so we started it off. I'm in the camera, just like normal. Oh, we have a few people here already. What are you doing, guys? Let me just put you on this one. I have this other little tripod. That one lost the little gusset thing. It like holds the camera into place. So every time I put you guys on that, it flies. This one comes with a little light and everything. It's pretty sweet. What's going on? How we doing, guys? I can't find a level spot for you. Let me switch the light to the other side. Yeah. There we go. DQ, how are we? What's happening? Danny Hill's here. Joshua P. Ellie Harrison. Not a whole bunch going on, but I wanted to. Oh, I got that really tight. Hey, Mike, what's up? I actually wanted to. Well, I'm not even gonna mess with it. Just kind of wanted to touch bases with you guys on the next one that's coming up, so that I can kind of give a little more of a like detailed backstory. Sam, what's up, Sam? Hey, I haven't had a chance to get anything together for you though. I'll get that slap sent out. I have too many things going on, too many irons in the fire. Then I got that nutcase back there behind me. It's worse than a kid. But let's see here. Joseph, how you doing, buddy? There's another one there. PR Woods, CY. How is everybody? Bridge Burner's here. Awesome. We got a hell of a crew this night. Right on. I'll try to do Sunday lives for you guys. I just kind of got away from it for a while, and then Sunday is a good day for me though to go ahead and do it. So I'll try to stick to it if you guys like it. But I always like to have like some kind of a topic. Good to see you. Hope you've been keeping warm. Yeah, it's actually been it kind of warmed up the past few days around here, so it's actually been pretty nice. We worked, and it was freaking cold that day, but the next day it was pretty warm, which was, I guess, yesterday. And then right before I came out, I finished watching the rest of the fights from the UFC event. I missed a few on the prelims, so sit inside and watch those with my wife before I came out. Ellie, Sunday live stream sounds good to me. Right on. Well, I like to come up with something to talk about with you guys if we're gonna do one. This time I didn't really need to come up with something. Sometimes I force something, and it probably shows in the actual video. But this time I was just gonna talk with you about what the next video entails, like what it's about, and give some backstory on it. Mike Fights is actually in the comments. Mike helped me and has actually saved my ass for me here lately, helping me as a worker, ground hand, and it's been awesome. Jake, I don't know, it's not even worth trying anymore. Maybe one day he'll call me, we'll see. And Dave's just had a lot of car troubles and stuff, so he can't make it, and he goes to a farm job instead, and this and that, so he did make it on this job though, but I had Mike come and help me because I didn't know if Dave would. So, I was Mike had worked with me before that. He saved me on a one that was way out of town, and then he helped me here at my neighbor's. So, yeah, I probably would have been in a hell of a spot if Mike hadn't came and gave me a hand. What did you think about Izzy losing? I um I didn't think it was that bad. I didn't think it was a bad loss, in my opinion. I thought he did really good. I think it was a pretty even fight. I don't understand the 10-8s in the last two rounds because he just kind of blanketed him. I think he should get, win the round, but 10-8, no. So, but yeah, I don't want to get off. A lot of people don't like the fights, and I don't want to get too much into it. Hell, love your content, and I'm up and climbing myself. Zach. Oh, what's up, Zach? Well, that's awesome. Just kind of hang around and ask questions, and I'll help you with anything I can. So, I was going to sharpen my saw. I didn't have enough time. And then I thought it was going to be light outside and real nice and everything to do a live feed. And then I realized I scheduled it for too late and it was going to be dark. So, on this job, okay, this is how I usually do things. I'll take the tree down, and when we're removing them, I'll take a brush to either go burn or take it to landfill, and I will cut the rest of it into chunks of firewood. If it's decent firewood, maybe keep it. If it's not, I'll just cut it into lengths and also to the dump or burnt. So I've been kind of trying to change it up a bit and realize that there's some money on the back end with logs that we could probably do. So that's the reason here recently you guys have seen the log lift that I built. It's actually right here next to me. And then I have the trailer crane. But you have to realize that that trailer crane is only an ATV winch, so it's not designed for much. And I know that on this job that you guys are going to watch, we could completely max it out. So the whole point of it is we end up doing a few oak trees. Hey, get back. No, you're going to knock that pole over. We do a few oak trees, and the oak trees had good logs to them, so I wanted to keep the logs. So it's basically going to be a demonstration of very small scale logging, almost pretend logging. That I'll probably end up calling it that. It's not quite finished, but I figured tonight I'll have some time to put the finishing touches to it and give you the first part of it. It'll have to be in two because there was too much footage, but 3 good size oaks, and I just wanted to log it and collect the logs up, and I'll take them to my in-laws, leave them there, and then when I get a bundle of them, either have them come out and check them out or go ahead and haul them myself. But the problem with being in urban areas to try to go ahead and log anything, usually they got nails, so that's a problem. And then usually you're dealing with the yards and they're soggy and there's so many obstacles, it's hard to get the logs out. So a lot of times it's just easier to cut it into wood. So I've never done this before, so it will definitely show in the video that I don't have a lot of experience with logging, but we're kind of learning as we go here. So in this next one, if and on top of it, I don't know value of logs either. So a lot of you that mess with logs or do stuff like that, I'm kind of curious what's the value in some of the stuff. So let me catch up on comments. On a better note, had a decent tree removal today. Joseph, awesome. That's cool. Is it hard to get tree work? How do you go about it? I'm thinking about starting my business full time, but scared I won't have enough work. I don't really do it so much as anymore. Like, I don't really need to do it, so I just kind of take on what I want, and usually make sure that the job, for the most part, will just cover bills. You know, after that, I'm kind of in it for the fun of just doing it anymore. So, but that first year, buddy, is going to be kind of rough. You just have to remember that and just go from there. You're gonna every customer that you gain that first year, you go above and beyond for, and they will talk, and they'll get you more, and there'll be repeats. And word of mouth, I don't, I just don't give out cards. I only have them unless somebody says, "Can I have a card?" So I don't go out passing cards out, and I let my work speak for itself, you know. So I pay $50 to dump branches at my farm, but I keep all the wood to sell the next year. Yeah, bridge burner, same thing. I try. Actually, our dump site's a lot cheaper than that. I think the last time I dumped all the brush that I took from my neighbor's big tulip poplar tree that we did on that live feed, I think it cost me like $6. Actually, I didn't even pay. Mike ended up paying because I forgot my wallet home, so he had to pay with his card. So the brush total when we came back across was $5.96. Then she says, "Oh, and there's a card fee. They charge you to use a card." The card fee was $5.96. Exactly the same. That's a little weird, but exactly the same as the dump fee. So yeah, it was like $10. It would have only been like $6 to dump if it wasn't for me forgetting my wallet. So, hello from Wyoming. Really enjoy the content. Oh, well, I appreciate that, Mike. Thanks, buddy. Sam Bowen. Learn how to scale. What do you mean, buddy? Hey, from Arkansas. Hope everyone is good. Kathy Kennedy. How you doing, Kathy? What's up, Mike? I only sell firewood, not logs. Yeah, see, I think there's a lot of money left on the back end on logs when you start to hear if it's. I want to be able to do the logging aspect, but I'm not. I don't want to involve a mini skid. I don't want to involve a bobcat. I don't want to involve machinery. I've seen men do things that wouldn't even be attempted these days. So that's what I want to do. Wow, Greg's here. Awesome. What's up, brother? Man, hey, I got to ride the wrench. That is so nice. It is so nice. I rode it with a zigzag. Here I gave it a few tries. I had to redo my Niacin or two. Value of logs depends on your local mills and what they want. Well, maybe you guys can, like, when you see it, tell me what you think or what you would get maybe for yours. If you have any experience with it, I'm just kind of curious. Kind of entertain myself with it. It depends on the log size stuff. Okay. The condition of them. Yeah, I believe these trees were probably hit with lightning. So it does have a black streak in the center. So I don't know if that maybe changes the value, but they're white oak and pretty nice. Prices are different around the country. Scoot. Oh yeah, Scoot was here. I did see it. What's up, buddy? JC, how are we? I hate paying for dumping, but the customer pays, so whatever. That's awesome. It's a weird game by me. People tell me that you need quality, and quality, some guys I know take the logs to a major wood production plant. Yeah, see, I think there's a lot of money on the back end. Like, I keep enough firewood. Well, I'll probably keep double what I kept last season, every season, because you get those repeat people. But originally, when I started doing, I had plans of supplying a barbecue joint with it because they needed it frequently, and the money was way better. But it was specialty specific stuff. It needed to be hickory or cherry. And I have a lot of cherry I come across. Okay, just add it to the bill. Hell yeah, Bridgeburner. Feeling much better today, Greg. I'm getting chilly, guys. Okay. Oh, we got a new one. BM Wild 19. Check Matt Cremona's channel. He hauls some log. Oh, big log. Yeah, I know. I actually, when I come up with the plan to, and plus being able to do logs, like not only is it that, it's to be able to get it out quick, one big chunk. So I was watching Matt's channel, and that's when I seen him come up with that log arch setup. I was founded. That's what I really, in the long run, will probably end up with. But I needed to come up with my version of it because I didn't have the ability to weld the arch up, build the arch. Like, I just, and plus I'm stubborn and I wanted my own design. Like, I knew I could come up with something. So, and I wanted to see if I could come up with it with just stuff that I had. I did go buy the truck crane, but I welded and modified that whole thing like crazy and mounted it into the trailer, and we actually almost broke the cable on the job. It, like, a few of the wires, it got off track on me. So I think I'm gonna have to weld like some bigger channel walls to keep it in, because on the truck crane the winch cable runs out the crane arm and then into it on a wheel, and it's got these little grooves on the side that's supposed to keep it on track. Well, it got over the top of one, and it was my fault. I wasn't paying attention. I tightened it up. I turned back around, and it had almost just like broke it. And we still had to get the heaviest log on, but we got it. So thanks for thanks for the info, man. I've been working hard and ready to get out to work for myself. I'm tired of dealing with the same place, same line, boss, everything. I hear you, brother. You just you treat every customer's place as if it was your own. You respect it as if it's your own. You do their job as if it was your house, and treat things that way, and make sure that you hire people that will do the same, and you'll be all right. Dragon's Picks, what's up? Just rescale. Or hang on, let's see. Just research on scaling logs for clear boards, etc. Get a better understanding of the price. Yeah, well, okay. Yeah, because we ended up doing 9 footers because a couple of the logs were pretty fat, and then I think I got a couple of 12 footers. I just split the log in two because I don't think I could have hauled it the whole way. But yeah, it's probably my way is not going to be the production um, logging that you would see and you would probably want as a business owner to make quick, fast money real hard. Mine's still very old school and but simple, very, very simple, and that I like to keep things simple. Jay Saul, take the plunge. You'll never look back. Right on. Oh, Chris, what's up, buddy? Depends on species, etc. On price. Sometimes I'm new for new logs and only take pulpwood. Oh, that's a bummer. We have a ton of mills, so Bill and White Oak bring good money. Yeah, here 200 to 1,000 per log. Whiskey barrels. Yep. Oak makes awesome firewood. Yeah, yeah, I got plenty of that too. I got a bunch of that. So 8 foot in length has to be 20 inches around plus at top. 20 inches around. Oh, okay. Right on. I'll check. I know that quite a few of them are. I actually did 9 footers because I didn't want to, mess it up on the size. Because I did a walnut tree that I ended up was gonna get rid of the log out of it, and I messed up and cut it way too short. So that's when I turned it into like my entertainment center and a whole bunch of other furniture and those like benches that I have and I had at the old place. Sometimes a beg for hardware depends on. Yeah, yeah, I could only imagine, especially if you're dealing with one and it's a big one too. Ours, there's just so many of them. We have so many small ones now that are specialties and stuff like that. So, lighting structures can have really cool burn marks inside and can make them valuable. That's cool. Yeah, I would think. You know, as much as wood is right now, you could probably get something with wood drying stuff. Yeah, exactly. I've always just left it out, and then I, I I feel like you get the majority of your warping the thinner you go. So I usually do, if I mill something up, I try to stay pretty thick, and then I've never really dealt with anything warping. You know, I have tons of furniture that I built in my house from it. So I also want to talk with you guys about wedges too. That was the other thing I was gonna see. I need firewood because I don't have any logs, trucks. Right on, PR. Firewood. Uh, yes, it will keep. That's what I use to keep the guys busy during the down seasons. You know, heavy winters and stuff like that. So, and then if they don't want it, I always just go do it and keep a few bucks. Find a local guy with a mill. Okay. Yeah, yeah. That I used to. I have Josh have a few guys like that, but I used to have a lot of guys like that would come get my firewood, but I don't anymore. So sometimes I don't want them people coming to the job afterwards and moseying around people's places. If they can't come get it while I'm there, they don't get it. The guy that knows cashing in. Dang, that's awesome. I'm working on getting my small skates too. That's cool, Dragon Pix. That's real cool. Oh, Connor, what's up, buddy? How are you? Is that a hardhead wedge there? Stillborn? Yes, it is. You like them? You know it, man. I love it. Happens to me all the time. Cut it twice. It's still too short. Yep. Hey, tree fella. Dragon Pix. Oh, from the bobcat. Awesome. I just now caught up on comments. That's cool. Alright, so this is what I wanted to talk about. First, for those of you, um, I don't know who it was. One of you let me know that, I think I put the camera down a little too far. Um, one of you let me know that they stopped making these suspenders for climb for my saddle. Um, they're AWP and they're actually discontinued. So whoever that was that left that comment, I appreciate it. I still haven't went and checked, so we still may have some at mine. There's a pretty good chance of it. But other than that, I sewed mine back together. So look at that god awful. Looks like it's been gnawed on. But this is the part that broke off, and it's stitched so many times it's stupid. Like there's 150 foot of thread in there. I did it about 20 different times. So, and then did every spot, and then the sides were falling apart, and the part of the back strap. But yeah, my suspenders are now sewed up and good. So, I like to discuss wedges. I broke 3 Escobarna and steel wedges last. Cool. That's why I wanted to talk about it. I think it's a subject that you don't hear about in climbing, which is very strange to me because I have troubles with it all the time. Hang on, let me try to get that light to light up here. So I know many of you have went out and bought wedges. Okay, so like there's an old Husqvarna wedge. What happens is you beat the piss out of it and it breaks, or you mushroom it real bad and it's all messed up, but you refuse to throw things away because you're cheap like me, and you just grind the end down and make a little stubby. So there's a Husqvarna wedge. That thing used to be about twice that length, but broke, so I filed her down, grinded it down, come up with that. I'll try to keep up comments as we're going to. Get you some monkey beaver suspenders. Yeah, maybe. Alright. So, then, I've also went with, let's see, some of these cheap ones that you'll buy, pretty much anywhere. They actually have teeth on the back side that give it a little bite. I actually like that design. So when it goes in, you don't get it bouncing out. But very small. I think it's a Northern Tool Supply wedge or something. They're pretty nice, but they're very small. They break very easy. These are all the wedges I could dig up real quick before this, so you have to kind of bear with me. This is all I got right now. That one has held together pretty good, but still you get mushrooming. I've only used it a couple times. It's about broke. It took the whole side off. It's just a couple whacks with an axe and they tear to hell. Let me try to keep up. I've ground them too. They run around right now. $8 a wedge here. Right on. The T55 is perfect. Okay, right on. You can get those at Menards as well. Right on. Yeah, these are pretty neat, but I have some specialty wedges here that you guys will have to see that I think you'll enjoy. So, another Northern Tool Supply brand. It used to be about twice that long. As you can see, it's broke. It don't take long to break them. I ground it down once. So, another one, trashed. Here's a big, huge steel one. It broke, but there's the end to it. I use it when I'm cutting logs up, so it don't pinch my saw. I can just drop it down in there, and if I lose it, whatever. There's that. There's another steel one that it was probably the end to this one. It actually looks like it, so yeah, that's probably that. A lot of these wedges cost probably like $20 a piece sometimes, like especially the steel ones when you're in there and you just want to grab something. That's me. I feel like I have to buy something. Now, check these out. Do you see how that wedge design is? You see that extra lift there? This is a newer one from Steel. The profile is not like your normal wedge, which is like that. Now, if you set them side by side, you can probably really see it. So you get a lot of it lift, you get it in, and then you get a heavier lift here on the end. But just like the rest of them, they all mushroom, break. They do not last long. If you start using them in the cold, you'll lose them really quick. So I like these from Steel, these longer ones. It's pretty nice, and I really like this one. But as far as price and how long it lasts, they get tore up. Now you hit the end of them with your saw because you get them in. You're trying to cut, you're trying to hammer in, you end up hitting your saw, so you chew the ends off. That's why you cannot use, I refuse to use a metal wedge. Even with a metal wedge, they mushroom, but still, I use these for splitting firewood. These I do not use for like hammering a tree over. I have multiple ones. Look how old that one is, how mushroomed it is. These are what I use for firewood. So here's another one. This one's actually not been used too much, so that's why it's not mushroomed real crazy. But here is what I normally use for my firewood. If I can't split some, this thing always splits it. These little cone things. These are really cool. But you can't use those metal ones because if you're into the wood and you start cutting and you get a little kickback, you're cutting metal and you ruin your whole chain. So those are the question. I keep seeing when I watch guys like fallers that are real good, or long time tree guys, the guys that I kind of have a bit of respect for and value what their opinion is. I always see using these, but I could never find them. I didn't know what the difference was. I didn't know if it was all metal, or I just knew that their wedges always looked nice and mine always looked like crap. So these wedges actually have a metal end on them, and it almost looked like it was coming out. So it's really nice. I've never used them before. Got to use them a bit. Well, I love this. This is going to be really nice. Man, I use small and big wedges. Right on. Got me a fully rotted 066. Awesome. Dad to 2 boy. Dude, that's awesome. I'd like to try redhead wedges. Yeah. I believe they're called, hardhead is what the logo actually says on it. But yeah, I think definitely worth the money. I think maybe it was like $15. So I guarantee you that's gonna last way longer than any of my other ones. It is plastic, which is what you want up here, because if you get a kickback, you don't want to ruin a whole chain. So it is plastic up here, very hard plastic, but metal back here. So pretty nice. But here's the one. Now that we've went for 30 minutes, now I'll give away a little climbing trick. And those that didn't hang around will have no clue that I ever did it. Hang on just a second. Let me read the comments. Being a new climber myself, I would like to see you inspect the tree tops. All I'm pointing out, look for. Oh, right on. Yeah, that's more of like, oh man, I wish a lot of you could just come here and hang out, or I could go on a tour and just come chill with you for days. Tractor Supply has wedges with each. They don't last long. I would imagine not. Big wedges are 20 here too. You can get packs of them on eBay, I think. Right on. Kathy Minecraft, Husqvarna, they are trash and had 8 to 20 each. Yeah. Put a piece of steel plate on top of the wedges. It works. Yeah, I just noticed here that this wedge is coming off of there. This almost looks like they've got a spike on the end of this, and they just like hammer it in there like a nail into that. And I don't know. If that's the case, I'll buy cheap plastic ones and put my own metal head on it. That's pretty cool. What are they called? I think they're hard head. Hard head. Do they screw it on? I don't know. It may be a screw. But I think it's actually probably a couple pins that actually connected in there. Getting out of oil fields and back into my tree. Grew up logging in eastern Washington. Definitely been missing tree work. Right on, Mike. I would miss it too, man. I don't know. I couldn't do anything. Yes, or glue. I know someone who sews the metal cap wedges. Oh, that's awesome. We need to get the hookup from Dragon Picks then. They last a long time. Right on. I thought about explain 8 inch last longer. Yeah, I mean you could. You go ahead and like spray it with some Flex Seal on the end, and that like cushion maybe will keep it from beating the wedge up. Who knows? Dip it. You can buy those on Amazon and get a couple. Right on. How's it going, Mike? Oh, what's up, Bill? How are you, buddy? Self-tap screws works good. Breed drill first, yes. Do they think tree work has an age limit? Like one day you do a thing, people say, man, I'm too old for this, and move on to something else. I don't think, no, I don't think so. Um, but I think eventually I'll just say I'm done and go rent a lift. That's why there's no reason for me to be in a bucket. When I get old enough that I can't walk around and climb, then I'll get a bucket. Then I'll get a ride up. So, all right, little climbing trick. You're up in a tree, you're wedging down, or let's just say you're taking a big top, or you're chunking down a spar, and you need to bang wedges up in a tree. What's the what happens more than anything for anybody that's ever been in a tree trying to bang a wedge, and you need to do this multiple times, okay? So I think you probably know what I'm getting at here. Oh, dragon's pick. Yeah, but probably. Let me. Yeah. But what is a hard on axe, man? More vibration on the handle. Right on. Anyone try the redhead wedge? Just make a little frame around the end, basically. Okay, let's see if anybody. The wedge tries to fly away. Exactly, PR. Or it falls. So, I found this little key leash. Then I put an eye screw in the side because if you put it in the back, you can't hammer. You can't have a screw there, just hammering. So, you're doing wedges up there, you bang it out, it gives that much stretch. It clips onto my saddle, and when it falls, it comes back. So that's it's another steel wedge, but it's a little mini one that they make. So I don't know if anybody has anything like that. I had never seen anything like it. So I'd seen guys tie a rope to it before, or tie like a string and then like a speed line strap. But I wanted it to be up on my saddle and not dangling down, or it. When I first got this, it's been sitting out in the truck for a while. It needs grease, but it used to have really good action and would come back really nice. But it's not too much action because you don't want it to where when you're bringing it in, it wants to pull it out. So as I was doing it, it just, for me, it works. It's very little. You almost have to like feed it to get it back in. But I could reach down and just kind of flick it up, and it would go to there, and I could keep working. So, yeah. So there's a little trick. Key ring to hold it. Little screw into the end. Very, very helpful little tool when you're in a tree having to bang wedges, especially when you're chunking down a spar. You get your saw pinched all the time. My email's in my channel, but oh, right on, Dragon Fix. Okay, well I'll check it out. That's pretty clever, stillborn. That is sweet. Pretty neat, huh? One of the companies makes a climbing wedge. I seen it on August channel. It's smaller. Oh yeah, the little. Oh yeah, they do make that pocket wedge, don't they? That little bitty thing. Does it have a retractable thing to it, or is it just a little string? I can't remember, but you're right. Yeah, it's a little bitty thing. It doesn't look like it would work. It looks like a toy. But I do remember it being way too expensive for something that big, and I said no. Then they started like giving them away with orders. Here's something else. Here's another climber tool I come up with so that I can hook it up with my saddle. Now, if you have a spark plug that you have to get down in there too much, this could catch, but on all my saws I don't have any troubles. It wears all the way down. I just welded, I had somebody do this for me, but I had them weld a ring onto it so I could take and just clip it to my saddle, especially when I need to like tighten my chain or put my chain back on, or I get stuck or something stupid, but you always lose them things. And I've tried a million different ways to make it to where I can always have it. And that's the only way that's been successful. And this is the longest I have ever. Hang on, yeah, I'll do it. There's wood here to knock on. I've kept this one longer than any of them I've ever owned in my life. I'll probably lose it tomorrow now. Let's see. Ideal nice, no paracord. Hi everyone. Do that. Has me to get away. Tree. Yeah, you don't. That's more of a when you're stuck on the side of a tree device to keep with you. You need it to stay with you. You don't want it falling. You don't want it going anywhere. So definitely not. Yeah, that'd be something extra to trip over when you're trying to get out of the way. Sky Tree Guy. Hi everyone. How are you, buddy? No paracord. Good idea. Nice. When it mushrooms down to the connection, you just gotta lower it and also grind those steel wedges. Mushroom off, it can shoot off quick and do some damage. Right on, I'll have to. Yeah, I haven't had a chance. Like that one that's all mushroomed, those wedges are like one's sharper than the next, and it's like a step process for splitting some of this wood. Some of them are just ones that hold a crack open. Other ones are used to actually split. These little coned ones are cool. They're like skinnier one way than they are the other. So I guess they're like meant to, whichever way you're gonna split it this way and this way. But yeah, really good little tool. Did I see Jeff Schroeder, the axe builder here? Look what I got. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. You guys can't get away from a Jeff Schroeder axe build. They're everywhere. He's taken over now. I love this thing, man. You have no idea how long I'd looked for one of these and couldn't find one. I just wanted one of them jersey patterns. That's all I wanted. Because we don't get them down here. They probably never made it down this far. So I looked everywhere, and except for like ordering one off the internet, I searched all around here. And then here is my little wedge banger. It's a hatchet head on a 28-inch hickory Boy Scout handle. It's funny, the head is about the size of the same width as the top of the handle. It's not much bigger, so. And then I was going to do a video showing how to do this wrap, but I think Buckin did one. I just wanted to show off my Schroeder lacquer. I just drill a hole in it and put paracord through it. Right on. We need wedges made of NASA. Yeah, exactly. Or like carbon fiber or something. Looks like you make a mean axe. Yes, Jeff makes a very mean axe. Schroeder as in August, Jeff? Yep, that's the same one, I think. I don't think August, like, completely owns him. Just, like, partially. No, I'm just kidding. Wedges? What are we talking about? We was talking wedges. I have a pile of them here. I finally, for the first time, Jeff, I just now got one of these hard-headed wedges. I guess I'm just too prideful. I hate asking people for... I hate even asking questions for people to answer. And I guess I feel like I should be able to figure a lot of stuff out, but I just hate asking. But I see everybody using these. I guess you guys with August use them. It's probably a northern thing, and then like a logging industry thing. They know the better, wedges. I've always used all the other kinds. That's why I have piles of wedges and just I always, if I see a wedge, I buy it. But they don't last long, so we was kind of talking wedges. And then at the beginning, we talked about the next video that's coming up. I try my hand at very, very small scale logging. So we'll see how that goes. The 4-wood wedges work great. Yes, they do. They are called hardhead wedges. Yep. She's on there. She's on there, toy. I used to just beat my guts out with a maul. Never used one. That is awesome. Yeah, sometimes I go grab an axe and split wood to get anger out. It's like a tension reliever for me. So I like it. But the best is when you can get some wood that just splits. All like every hit, like our ash around here splits like butter and makes you look like you're bucking Billy Ray splitting firewood. So you know that's when you're recording yourself on the internet, you only record yourself splitting ashwood. Just a bit of advice. I think I tried to record myself on a live feed splitting some hickory one time, and it was like a pig nut hickory, and I looked like a puss. I couldn't do anything. I think I split like 2 pieces, and then I was like, hey, let's just give some stickers away or something. Let's not talk about this. That's awesome. Big fan of both you guys. We have a contract. Right, yeah, right on. That's, I think. You're talking about the Notch Climber Best Friend. CBF. You were talking about the Notch Climber Best Friend? That's my house, Jeff. That's the brand, I think. Hardhead. How do you get one of those Jeff axes? Well, you go on to Instagram. You follow Jeff Schroeder, 1987, 6? Jeff will tell you. Oh, it's on Instagram, though. You go follow him on Instagram, then you can message him through there. Joseph, that was for you. I was trying to answer you. So, should say something. Rank a day with Ash here. Yeah, I went to Mike's and we did. I don't even remember the video name anymore, but took down a bunch of ash there for him. And that stuff. It splits, but he's got a bunch of it. Black locust. No, thank you. No, thank you. That's like that tulip poplar. It is string. It's, if you actually, it doesn't, you probably can't see it. Maybe with the light. Let's see, right. Nope, you can't. Back behind me is my wood splitter. Then I think I blew a ring out of it trying to split a round of that tulip poplar that I have at my place, and now it's all messed up, so I gotta have somebody work on it because I'm not doing it. I got the carb and got it running, and then when you go to use it, it goes all the way down to the wood. As soon as it gets to it, it says brrr. It shuts down. Oh, splitting pig nut is a workout, but makes awesome smoking. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. That's the stuff I was talking about when I was going to supply the a lot to the barbecue joints. They wanted black cherry and either shagbark hickory or the pig nut. And I feel like shagbark's easier to split than pig nut. Might be a link or something. They're red on the head, like DK on the. Oh, Greg. BRB going to fine. And to follow him. Right on, Joseph, right on. Jeff is such a composed arborist. So calm. Yep. Yes. That's that's always been my. I think that's what intrigues me a bit about Jeff is his almost bored like calmness that he keeps while working, and you only get glimpses of his personality. He only lets you see little bits. So you gotta hang. If you want to know him, you better hang around for the long haul. And I love it. I can't relate to being that calm and being that just chill. So it intrigues me completely. And then plus he's just a killer climber. And I try to keep up with anybody who climbs. So nope, never mind, no link. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, Jeff probably. It's I think it's Jeff Schroeder 1986 or no maybe 87, but yeah. I lash out where the. That's awesome. Me too. Me too. Mike has to keep a secret and don't tell everybody how big of a dick I am. He got to work with me, and now he got to see the real me. And you know how I'll say it for him. You know how they say don't like meet people that you admire or watch or anything. So it probably's not worth it. So don't tell nobody, Mike. I'm nowhere near as nice as I pretend. What assortment of saws do you have? Well, I have a lot. Jeff seems like a Buddhist in imagery. Yep, yes he does. He's like a tree monk. That's kind of that's a good way to. We got to put a label on everything these days. Jeff, what's your Instagram? Ah, he's all right. Prick, I guess. Gotta be somebody in. Yes. Oh my god, I didn't even realize that was you, Mike, at first until I got to the prick part, and I'm like, whoa, who's he talking? Oh, he's talking about me. Yeah, right on. I'm having trouble finding it. Here, they're right there. It's 1982. Jeff Schroeder, 1982. My bad. Hey, no, not my bad. I tried to make you younger. Everybody makes me older. I wish they would. I hope you got your help figured out. Yeah, yeah, I don't. Tree monk, good one. Yeah. Um, I had this saw out at the. Here, I'll grab it real quick. What? Me. Chill out. So I had this saw, which it's a bit dirty now, but I had the sticker, Steelborn sticker, mounted in the inside on the plastics back behind the brake guard. Um, this is a 026 Pro, and I think I still have maybe a gas leak or something. Something's up with it. It doesn't want to tune like I can get. I feel like there's just maybe a air leak or I don't I don't know. I got to go back over it again because it's not running right. It'll sound like it wants to blow the damn piston out at first, and then it'll bog out if you're not fiddling with the trigger at all times. So enough about me though. Um, but whoever that was, I forget who it was that asked about. Let's see, I can find it. Ain't like there's a million. I'm not Billy Ray. What assortment of saws do you have? Jay Shaw. I have a bunch of steels. I don't know, maybe 12 or so that I kind of will move in and out of the lineup in my truck. And to keep them moving along. Like I need to get my 200T out and get it, kind of use it a couple days just so that it gets used. So then I own uh, one Husqvarna that I bought for like $30, and I think it's a 455 Rancher. But then I have like some project saws, like a couple home lights, and Polands, and Nomacolas, and a couple like old 038s. Mike brought an 026 on the job that I'm about to upload. It's an old, or 028, yeah, AB, where they first started coming out with the anti-vibe. We didn't even get to use it that day either. It was so like jam-packed, non-stop work. I don't even think we ended up using it. Yeah, 028. Yeah, it's a nice saw, Sam. It runs hard, but I'm having issues getting the gas line. They gave me a gas line for like a 260, I think, and it makes a sharp turn when it comes out of the tank around the carb, and so I had to modify the one that I had, and so I got it to where it ran and everything. But now I'm having troubles. I don't know. It'll run. It'll cut. Like you can see my log setup where I was out here practicing. It's a couple jack stands holding up cedar log. Probably the saw I use more than anything. I use my 030 or my 362. It's just kind of my go-to saw. It's solid. Pull one time it runs. 25 inch usually covers what I need. So there's a gas tank vent nipple in the air box by the carb. I got a small vent valve and gas hose. Put it on the vent nipple on my 028 Pro. Fixed my issue. That's what it seems like, Willard. That really is what it seems like. That's interesting. Maybe I'll have to check that out. Because you know, you deal with them issues on the Mo-26s where the air filter is actually the choke system, and it has a lot of issues choking. But I don't think it's the air filter part. It seems to really close there. But I'll have to check it over. They're a weird saw. Gotta go have a good week. Right on, Greg. You too, buddy. Guys, I think I'm gonna call it an evening. It's kind of gotten cold and wet. Man, I sure do wish I had more hoodies and shirts made. I found one of my old shirts. And it really pisses me off that company ran off with my money and stopped making our shirts. So did the same on my 028 AV. Super. Oh, Mike, you did what he was talking about? What Willard said? Well, actually, not my issues. Just the saw's issues. Oh, right on. Red switch lever. 87, 88 model year early. Really? So you know it by the red switch lever. That's cool. That's really cool. So my big question is the Proto helmet worth it? My big answer is absolutely. I love it. I just got an all gear ring sticker and just had my helmet out and taking it to the air, cleaning everything, cleaning the earmuffs out. It's a Cadillac. It is so nice. I feel completely protected, and plus it's comfortable. There's a bit of adjustment. I would say it's maybe a tad heavier than my casque. Just a little bit, but it covers so much more of my head. So, and when you put it on, casque always felt top heavy, like it would like it wanted to shift. I got a big ass head. So the proto sits down further and actually protects that back of the neck area that like a little more like where your head, you got that knot in the back, covers that area a lot better and I feel more protected. It's got like wintertime you can slip the whole back and clip it in and it'll close your vents and you can keep all your head heat in. Um, the earmuffs are so nice, so warm, they pop out, fold back up into it. It's quick and easy to put on. The like neck thing is like magnetized and real easy to find where if you need to undo it and stuff like that. I love it. So I I think it's well worth it. When I was using the saw inverted, it would flood out. Huh. Yeah, I didn't turn it over. Or maybe I should do that. Maybe my tune is just way off. I don't know. Alright, thanks for the support and shares. Right on. Peter, stay safe, buddy. Thanks for hanging out. What's up? Oh, Benjamin. Gamer. Nothing, buddy. I hate when I wanna I'm about to end and somebody just shows up. I apologize. We've been doing this for over an hour now and my phone's about dead. I'm out of things to say. And plus I'm pretty tired. So guys, like I said, I'm gonna try to finish that video up for you. And I will hopefully have that out maybe tonight, tomorrow morning. And I'll work on part 2 right afterwards, so it should be coming. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you giving me your time. Stay safe. And I'll see you soon.